Friends, I don't know about you, but I'm the type of girl that loves reality TV and affordable makeup. So let's recreate Huda's makeup look, but using all affordable drugstore products. Okay, starting off with brows, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Super Lock Eyebrow Gel, and she lays her brows down, so that's what I'll be doing. Of course, my eyebrows are not as thick as hers, so I'm going to shape them, but also just fill them in a little bit. I'm going to use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Espresso. That took me entirely too long. So now I'm going to go in with a glowy kind of primer base, so I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Thirst Burst Drops. She said she likes to have a super glowy base to start, so these are perfect. Next, she goes in with the Hollywood Flawless Filter, but I don't have that. I used to have the Halo Glow Skin Tint from e.l.f., but instead I'm going to go in with this Superstay Skin Tint from Maybelline and just go with a little bit of a light hand. I'm going to blend this with a beauty blender, again, just so it's like a light flush of color rather than full coverage. I'm taking the NYX Bare With Me concealer and using a brush to blend that out. Now I'm going to take a concealer that's a little bit lighter than my skin tone. I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. We're going to put that right here where we put concealer before, as well as up here on the high points of your face, down the nose, up here on the forehead. I'm actually going to do some on my chin too. She uses a contour stick, but I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Liquid Bronzer and Contour. Just putting that everywhere where you normally would contour. Then I'm going to use a brush to blend out the rest of the contour. Okay, now that we're all bronzed, I'm going to go in with a little bit of blush. So this is the e.l.f. Putty Blush, and I'm just going to put this on the high points of my cheeks. Also a little bit on my nose. We're going to go in with a little bit of liquid highlighter. So this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand, and this is in the shade Champagne. I'm going to be putting this on my cheeks and then on the tip of my nose. Okay, now is the fun part. So I've never done freckles before, so we'll see how this goes. But she basically contours her nose with freckles. So I'm going to be using this e.l.f. Holy Strokes Microfine Brow Pen, and it's in the shade Dark Brown. Just going to place those on the side of my nose and a little bit on my cheeks. Okay, next she takes a brown lip liner and just lines her lips and then puts Aquaphor on the top. So I'm going to use this Milani Understatement lip liner in the shade Saucy Toffee. And then I'm just going to be putting some CeraVe on the top. We're getting towards the end, so now I'm just going to add some eyeliner. I'm just going to do a little wing on the end. Now for the last iconic important step, but I'm going to be putting on these falsies. These are from Kiss, and it's in the style Nude Blazer. Lashes are on. I'm going to finish it off with some setting spray. Alright, this is the final of Huda's makeup look. Let me know which eyeliner I should do next.